Limitless Productions, Inc. presents Little Napa Libraries. Welcome. Let me introduce you to our two builders today. We have June and Allison, who will be constructing a little library from a pre-cut kit during the entire presentation. By the end of things, if things go well, they'll have a completed library. Keep your fingers crossed and put on your protective gear if you have it. So let's get started with the presentation. How many of you have heard of Little Free Libraries? That's a pretty good group. Well, for those of you that don't, Laura here is going to give us some more information about the Little Library movement.
Awesome, so we're really excited you all know a little bit about the libraries. We'll just give a quick overview. So Little Library is basically a free take a book, return a book community gathering place. So it's a box, as you can see. Think big birdhouse on steroids. And most people put them in front of their houses. Anybody can come and take a book. It actually started about 6 years ago in Wisconsin. We have the builders hard at work here. And in that time, they think there's actually over 25,000 of these little free libraries around the world, which is pretty exciting. So why in the world would anybody want one? First of all, it helps you meet your neighbors. It's super easy. People stop by. You can look out your window and say, oh, I want to go meet those folks. It helps encourage literacy. You get to find a new and exciting thing to read at any time of the day or night. You can build community and have fun. So why did we choose this project? Like most of you, we got together and we had fabulous ideas. We brainstormed, we discussed, we researched, and we chose a project. And then we started working on the project. And then we brought in the professional princess. And we changed our project. And we all got really excited about this new project. And what we really wanted to do was help solve a need in the community, help build that community. We really thought it was an achievable goal. And we wanted to be able something that we could really make sure we accomplished by the end. We could use our creativity and fun. We could support the Napa County Library. And we could get local businesses involved. And with that, Ora's going to help tell us about our plan.
I have an ill-fitting hat, so it may fall off at any moment. One more reason. Allison really wanted to use power tools. Oh, they're loud. We wanted to really kickstart a grassroots movement in Napa. We thought from a town that loved Porch Fest and 4th of July parades, this would be easy. And so we wanted to create a buzz. We used traditional media, like the Register. We used social media, and Jeff will tell us a little bit more about that later. And then our second goal was to actually build something. Not that I'm competitive, but we might have been the only team that built something. Yeah, we did. Yeah, not that I'm competitive at all. We created 24 little libraries that look like this. There might be 25. How are you girls doing over there? Yeah, all right. So there might be 25 before we're done. And we will be distributing them all around town to friends and family and community members. We had a great build party where we had local contractors and lots of child labor. We heard the Practicum Princess finally confess that they stack the groups to add the friction and a little spice to the teams. We took our spicy 6 and added 6 general contractors used to running teams and some building plans by an artist and some kids and some dogs. It was a spicy day indeed, but it worked. Whoa, and that didn't work. There's protective gear. Maybe one of you in the front row needs it. The plan was to develop some marketing materials, create our kind of get out the buzz. We created user guides that tell them actually how you can put up your little library box if you're lucky enough to get one. And yes, they comply with the city code. I recommended just not asking, but I was glad that we asked. And we coordinated with the public library. It turns out, where's Danis? Is Danis here? Yes. I heard you might be a judge. We're hoping you're in favor of our project. We heard that big libraries actually like little libraries, and so the Napa Public Library is going to work to help us maintain and keep the buzz going about our little library project. And then ultimately, we wanted a defined launch date so we could pop the champagne corks and say we're finally done. And once all these doors are on, we'll finally be done. And Jeff will tell us a little bit more about the outreach.
Well, you know, it looks like our group over there is, one hat's a little bit down, and the doors are getting there. So I'm supposed to go long here. So we decided to keep it with the media buzz. Not too many people, unlike you guys, they knew the little libraries. We didn't think that a lot of information was out there. So we decided to create a little infomercial to kind of get it out there, and we put it on Nextdoor and on the library's Facebook page. And this is what the little infomercial was like. It's only 45 seconds.
The Little Library movement is sweeping the country and now is coming to Napa in April 2015. About the size of a large birdhouse, these community-based libraries operate on the simple concept of take a book, leave a book, helping to promote reading for our children while building a sense of community involvement. The Little Libraries are partnered with Napa County Library System, so stay tuned for further information on how you can build your own little library and register with the Napa County Library System.
So crazily enough, that little infomercial kind of garnered some attention to us, and the Napa Register reached out and did an article about the little libraries. And we were like, wow, this is really, really great. Number one, it got the buzz going, it got it out to everybody. Number two, it made us feel really, really good because obviously we felt like we had a project that had some traction and people would like it. So the next thing we needed to do was work with the library, and Dennis's group was great. They came out with this, this flyer here, and we had it at the library and decided, well, we're going to have some kind of launch date. So we worked out April 25th as a launch date to have a decorating party at the Napa Library. And what we did to do that, we wanted to donate 5 libraries that they could put into underserved areas, and they were going to be responsible for doing that. And their team did a great job in doing all that. So one thing was left to do was actually build these little libraries. So can we build it?
Yes, we can.
Can.
So as the artist in the group, they asked me to design a box, and I know that Napa likes Tuscan design, but overstuffed chairs were really hard to fit in the box with the library stuff. So we did our Eichler-esque little homes and put a big door with a big window so that you can actually see that books are in. So hopefully it'll initiate the community to come and borrow a book, take a book, leave a book. And Aura, actually it's Allison here. We're going to have her put her power tools down for a second. Okay.
Whoa. So, go back. No.
He only did that so he could take over, Allison.
No.
Yeah. Well, he is the artist. Okay, so we had to build our little libraries. The most important part was securing our supplies. We reached out to all of the local lumber yards, Adobe Lumber, Golden State Lumber, and we were able to secure 90% of our materials for the supplies today, including the roofing and all of the door hinges, all the screws, and of course we got to use power tools. So we got all of our local friends, family, contractors. No children were harmed in the making of these little library boxes. There were plenty of dogs there. No dogs were harmed in the making of these library boxes. And we got our group together for 2 days and we assembled 24 boxes. We started with cutting out the wood and then screwing in the tops, building the roofs, putting on the roofing. We had to cut out the doors. We had to cut the acrylic. We had to physically assemble every single box.
We had professional help.
Yeah, we had lots of professional help. This could not have been done without the help. That was loud. With the help of lots of contractors, and of course our artist, Mikey. So we had an assembly line where we actually put all the boxes together where every piece was cut and measured. We got to use, all the kids got to use power tools where it was able to use them, and then they actually got to help with putting on the roofing. And the second day we actually painted the boxes. So we went down to the recycling center, picked up some of the used paint that was going to go into the garbage, and we were able to paint all of the boxes primer base. So for everybody that's going to be receiving one of our 24 boxes or one of our 19 boxes, they will actually get a primed box that is weatherproof and sealed with a roof on them. So all of those supplies have been secured. And you can see here the kids putting the final projects together. That's right before we're about to put the roofs on them. And there they are, ready to be shingled and ready to go for prime and paint over to the library.
Well, next we had to have a decorating party. So the library was kind enough to loan us one of their large rooms, and a group of us, along with some people that were interested in the community, we got down there and decorated the boxes. But I need to add that on our build day parties, we had, I don't know how many adults, I don't know how many kids, and 5 dogs. And I want you to be assured that we didn't violate any child labor laws. The dogs all came out okay, feet and tails were fine. And we had lots of food and drink, and we just had a wonderful, wonderful time. So you can see, we donated 5 boxes to the library, and then the others are going to be distributed. We're not sure how, but they will get out in the community. Oh, where's Aura? There she is.
Here's Aura, the one without the protective gear. Our practicum group would like to think that we're helping to build a better community, one little library box at a time. So as you're strolling around town, walking, riding your bike, look for a little library box. They'll be all around town. And if you haven't found one by just coincidence and bumping into one, you can go to the Napa Valley Library website, and there'll actually be a map there that will tell you where they all are. The library is receiving 5 boxes. Those are the ones that were decorated, and they're actually going to place them, I believe, in specifically underserved areas very strategically and maintain those. Oh, I don't even want to ask how our box is going now.
Almost done.
Now, to build our little library boxes, it takes some folks. It takes some lumber. So we thank Adobe Lumber, and we thank Golden State Lumber. It takes some books. We thank the library. It takes all of our volunteers. And who knew? Oh, it takes the Zavlovs, who give us a very, very large garage for our workshop. And who knew it actually takes sushi?
Yeah.
To build little library boxes. So if you try this at home, make sure that you go to Iko's and you get your sushi.
Where there will be a little library box out front.
And there'll be a little library box in front of there as well, maybe specializing in culinary. And now for the part that you've all been waiting for. Yes, another sing-along.
Maybe we should wait just a little bit. There we go. The lovely assistants.
How are we doing? Look at this, ta-da! And this little ditty is for those of you who like to watch the HBO series Weeds and who are not easily embarrassed.
Yeah, extra
All right.
credit.
All right.
This is
All
for
right,
extra
help us
credit.
out.
Credit.
Submit it
All
to
right.
Jill later on.
Here we go. Do we have microphones all around?
Yes.
Okay.
Microphone.
All right. Little boxes
from leadership.
Little boxes
in Napa Valley. Little boxes made of wood.
Little boxes filled with books.
There's science fiction and mystery and fantasy and
romance. And they're all in wooden boxes, and they all look just the same. All the people have the boxes that look like the birdhouses, which are the front yards on the corners and stores and storefronts.
You take a book and you leave a book and you
Leave a book and another book, and they're all in
little boxes and they all look just the same.
Come on, guys. Sing along with me.
neighborhoods all through our city, from Brownlee to downtown and everywhere in between. Pick a blue book, pick an old book, pick a sad book, pick a happy book. Through our little libraries, little boxes that we built. Yes, we had to do the sing-along. So it was an amazing time, a lot of hard work, but it was totally worth it.